That's exactly how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. After 3 months we have to convince. After 3 months we have to convince. The piano is the hardest instrument to learn. The piano is the hardest instrument to learn. I have too much tolerance. I have too much tolerance. I will never forget the happy moments we shared together in our relationship. I will never forget the happy moments we shared together in our relationship. Are you writing in 5 years? Are you writing in 5 years? Wakes up. Wakes up. What did you have for lunch today? They asked. What did you have for lunch today? They asked. We blamed ourselves for the delay. We blamed ourselves for the delay. Don't we listen often? Don't we listen often? I need to improve my shooting accuracy. I need to improve my shooting accuracy. The legacy of the organization's founders remains strong. The legacy of the organization's founders remains strong. Can you pass me the pen? The yellow one on the table. Can you pass me the pen? The yellow one on the table. Couldn't you have gone to the psychiatrist 4 weeks ago? Couldn't you have gone to the psychiatrist 4 weeks ago? My neighbor likes to garden. My neighbor likes to garden. Yes, what about the rest of the countries? Yes, what about the rest of the countries? They have already booked their flight. They have already booked their flight. They are your friends from school. They are your friends from school. However you like. However you like. You spend too much time on social media. You spend too much time on social media. It supports your decision. It supports your decision. Beneath the layers of dirt is a treasure. Beneath the layers of dirt is a treasure. I have to gather these flowers together so that they fit in the vase. I have to gather these flowers together so that they fit in the vase. They were playing basketball in the gym after school. They were playing basketball in the gym after school. Can I refill my iced tea? Can I refill my iced tea? We recognize the problem. We recognize the problem. You and I will be apart. You and I will be apart. They had just arrived at the hotel. They had just arrived at the hotel. I won't be able to come to the party tonight. I won't be able to come to the party tonight. She cooks well. She cooks well. The recipe should have been applied more carefully. The recipe should have been applied more carefully. I understand. I understand. All the guests are gone and the party is over. All the guests are gone and the party is over. I see the car and stop at the store. I see the car and stop at the store. I have a lot of love. I have a lot of love. Will you buy it? Will you buy it? Since when do you like basketball? Since when do you like basketball? Can't you talk that loud? Other people are trying to work. Can't you talk that loud? Other people are trying to work. You can carry. You can carry. What is your role in the company? What is your role in the company? We should kiss from time to time. We should kiss from time to time. Was I a physiologist every day? Was I a physiologist every day? Offer. Offer. They had their dogs groomed at the pet shop. They had their dogs groomed at the pet shop. I have watered the plants regularly and they have grown beautifully as a result. I have watered the plants regularly and they have grown beautifully as a result. I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of work to do. He will run the marathon next year. He will run the marathon next year. Let's have some popcorn after the movie. Let's have some popcorn after the movie. Do you play the piano? Do you play the piano? I find science fiction movies more entertaining than dramas. I find science fiction movies more entertaining than dramas. I can't survive before. I can't survive before. I love reading books, but I also love watching movies. I love reading books, but I also love watching movies. They weren't climbing at 4 a.m. before. They weren't climbing at 4 a.m. before. I need your help. I need your help. May indicate annually. May indicate annually. We may not allow it every year. We may not allow it every year. You did it. You did it. Metro. Metro. If it's not raining, we can go cycling. If it's not raining, we can go cycling. We are going to school. We are going to school. Should it roll at dawn? Should it roll at dawn? He doesn't want to go to the zoo, and neither do I. He doesn't want to go to the zoo, and neither do I. I must apologize for my mistake. I must apologize for my mistake. Did he say anything to you? Did he say anything to you? Leaves fall from the trees in autumn. Leaves fall from the trees in autumn. Imitate. Imitate. My father was the weatherman. My father was the weatherman. We moved the furniture to professional movers. We moved the furniture to professional movers. Are you working on my team? Are you working on my team? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Where can I find canned fruit? Where can I find canned fruit? On Sundays we play board games with our friends. On Sundays we play board games with our friends. Do you have sunglasses? Do you have sunglasses? I go to school by car. I go to school by car. Feeling cold, he put on a warm jacket. Feeling cold, he put on a warm jacket. May I have your phone number, please? May I have your phone number, please? The package was lost during shipping. The package was lost during shipping. I'm not sure if I'm the right person for you. I'm not sure if I'm the right person for you. Would not clear 10 years. Would not clear 10 years. Can you hope in the afternoon? Can you hope in the afternoon? I should not create. I should not create. Do they become acrobats at dusk? Do they become acrobats at dusk? They had seen that movie before. They had seen that movie before. Yes, we have several sweets. Yes, we have several sweets. They shouldn't be juggling often. They shouldn't be juggling often. I studied math. I studied math. Can I make a reservation for a romantic dinner? Can I make a reservation for a romantic dinner? Our parents' anniversary is next week. Our parents' anniversary is next week. Go on, please. Go on, please. We can experience immediately. We can experience immediately. Does anyone have concerns about this idea? Does anyone have concerns about this idea? They visited the zoo on Saturday. They visited the zoo on Saturday. He read an interesting book yesterday. He read an interesting book yesterday. He needs to learn to swim. He needs to learn to swim. 2 seconds later? 2 seconds later? The dog was wagging its tail happily. The dog was wagging its tail happily. Can I wear it after 2 weeks? Can I wear it after 2 weeks? Is it not preferable at night? Is it not preferable at night? Could you please turn off the lights before you go? Could you please turn off the lights before you go? I'm in the room with the money. I'm in the room with the money. To hit. To hit. We can often protect. We can often protect. If we should. If we should. What will you do this summer? What will you do this summer? He moved. He moved. The news affected the stock market. The news affected the stock market. Was he not walking normally? Was he not walking normally? I am sorry. I am sorry. He tried to play the violin every day and as a result became a talented violinist. He tried to play the violin every day and as a result became a talented violinist. I could hear the birds singing outside my window. I could hear the birds singing outside my window. Can it be diversified at noon? Can it be diversified at noon? The loud barking of the dog made the entire neighborhood stand up. The loud barking of the dog made the entire neighborhood stand up. Can't I teach after 5 weeks? Can't I teach after 5 weeks? We weren't journalists then. We weren't journalists then. I can go home. I can go home. If you come to my house, we'll cook the dinner. If you come to my house, we'll cook the dinner. Your books are in my car. Your books are in my car. I shouldn't remember. I shouldn't remember. Do you sell freshly baked goods? Do you sell freshly baked goods? This product is defective. Can I replace it? This product is defective. Can I replace it? I love this show. I love this show. You have to believe in yourself and your abilities. You have to believe in yourself and your abilities. This is the smallest house I've ever seen. This is the smallest house I've ever seen. The food is under criticism. The food is under criticism. She is very beautiful, everyone admires her. She is very beautiful, everyone admires her. I want to order pork chops. I want to order pork chops. I was wondering this too. I was wondering this too. The cake was baked with love. The cake was baked with love. I can't believe the news I just heard. I can't believe the news I just heard. I don't notice anything special about the current situation. I don't notice anything special about the current situation. You prefer the blue one. You prefer the blue one. Alchemist 1 month later. Alchemist 1 month later. Have you made any progress on your book? Have you made any progress on your book? Allowance. Allowance. So basically. So basically. Can you tell me where the paper products are? Can you tell me where the paper products are? Actually. Actually. The legacy of his sacrifice will never be forgotten. The legacy of his sacrifice will never be forgotten. Isn't it annual? Isn't it annual? He should not eat too much junk food. He should not eat too much junk food. I have a job interview tomorrow. I have a job interview tomorrow. I don't like these cookies. Can I have chocolate instead? I don't like these cookies. Can I have chocolate instead? You should get some rest. You should get some rest. I'm thirsty, so I'll have a glass of water. I'm thirsty, so I'll have a glass of water. How many brothers and sisters does Robinson have? How many brothers and sisters does Robinson have? If yes, have you had any problems with it? If yes, have you had any problems with it? Your grandson was a foreman. Your grandson was a foreman. To organize. To organize. Is their father a curator? Is their father a curator? Car looks good. Car looks good. I'll finish this chapter and then I'll have dinner. I'll finish this chapter and then I'll have dinner. To them. To them. What is the highest score in this arcade game? What is the highest score in this arcade game? We must not hide. We must not hide. Payment was made by credit card. Payment was made by credit card. Please sign this consent form. Please sign this consent form. The boy wearing the blue shirt is my cousin. The boy wearing the blue shirt is my cousin. I bought a book. I bought a book. Does he judge? Does he judge? If they offered me a job, I would accept it. If they offered me a job, I would accept it. Your relatives were jewelers. Your relatives were jewelers. It is the official language of the United Kingdom, United States, Canada, Australia and New Zealand. It is the official language of the United Kingdom, United States, Canada, Australia and New Zealand. Food gets cold because I left it outside. Food gets cold because I left it outside. He was playing the guitar when his strings broke. He was playing the guitar when his strings broke. He doesn't want to go to the zoo, and neither do I. He doesn't want to go to the zoo, and neither do I. I want to sell you this watch. I want to sell you this watch. I'd like to order. I'd like to order. I need a day off. I need a day off. I am studying English. I am studying English. To follow. To follow. She managed to bake a delicious cake. She managed to bake a delicious cake. You understand that, right? You understand that, right? He had already left the office when I called him. He had already left the office when I called him. Hope everyone has a great holiday season and a happy new year. Hope everyone has a great holiday season and a happy new year. How much sugar do I need for tea? How much sugar do I need for tea? Sounds good. Sounds good. I couldn't play the drums occasionally. I couldn't play the drums occasionally. They missed the deadline, so they had to face the consequences. They missed the deadline, so they had to face the consequences. It happened a long time ago. It happened a long time ago. But we are using the car. But we are using the car. Is my uncle the founder? Is my uncle the founder? Is it not preferable at night? Is it not preferable at night? They can warn. They can warn. We'll plan for 1 month ahead. We'll plan for 1 month ahead. They should not be placed later. They should not be placed later. You should eat at night. You should eat at night. How long will it stay? How long will it stay? Swipe all your other photos while showing only one. Swipe all your other photos while showing only one. I don't want to lose my love for machines. I don't want to lose my love for machines. Are your family tailors? Are your family tailors? The cake is too sweet for my taste. The cake is too sweet for my taste. You will need to follow a certain diet. You will need to follow a certain diet. I was studying for my exams yesterday. I was studying for my exams yesterday. He got the job even though he didn't have much experience. He got the job even though he didn't have much experience. A page is missing. A page is missing. They are very excited about their journey. They are very excited about their journey. Your half-sister was a teacher. Your half-sister was a teacher. We go jogging in the morning. We go jogging in the morning. Sorry, I didn't hear exactly what you said. Sorry, I didn't hear exactly what you said. Next year he will be doing his own business for 5 years. Next year he will be doing his own business for 5 years. Do you have a car for people? Do you have a car for people? Can't help. Can't help. As husband and wife. As husband and wife. You can't produce 10 years. You can't produce 10 years. He hung the picture on the wall. He hung the picture on the wall. The boy playing football in the park is really good. The boy playing football in the park is really good. My house is bigger than yours. My house is bigger than yours. I just want you to be careful, okay? I just want you to be careful, okay? Insufficient data prevented our analysis. Insufficient data prevented our analysis. I can't lend you money right now. I can't lend you money right now. Would not be afraid. Would not be afraid. I would buy new shoes. I would buy new shoes. Although it is difficult, we must do our best. Although it is difficult, we must do our best. He wakes up at 6 in the morning. He wakes up at 6 in the morning. What would you like? What would you like? Don't you have to take care of it at night? Don't you have to take care of it at night? I found a reason for me. I found a reason for me. Not everyone agreed with the proposal. Not everyone agreed with the proposal. He writes emails to his friends. He writes emails to his friends. They will be industrialists in the twilight. They will be industrialists in the twilight. We watched the sunset on the beach. We watched the sunset on the beach. I have more grapes than Sam. I have more grapes than Sam. We couldn't do that. We couldn't do that. I will never forget. I will never forget. I prefer taking the bus to the train. I prefer taking the bus to the train. The sun is shining brightly on this beautiful day. The sun is shining brightly on this beautiful day. His grandfather is a juggler. His grandfather is a juggler. Can refuse after one day. Can refuse after one day. His grandchildren were porters. His grandchildren were porters. I'll have the chocolate lava cake for dessert. I'll have the chocolate lava cake for dessert. By tomorrow afternoon they will have finished the project. By tomorrow afternoon they will have finished the project. Can't it? Can't it? Have you ever seen a kangaroo? Have you ever seen a kangaroo? I want to learn English. I want to learn English. What is your favorite sport? What is your favorite sport? Definitely. Definitely. If we set off now, we can make it to the concert in time. If we set off now, we can make it to the concert in time. The man wearing the hat is my uncle. The man wearing the hat is my uncle. Rarely is there a referee? Rarely is there a referee? Did not usually teach. Did not usually teach. We can't leave until the storm passes. We can't leave until the storm passes. Can you give some examples to explain? Can you give some examples to explain? Your brothers were cleaner. Your brothers were cleaner. He enjoys hiking and camping in the mountains. He enjoys hiking and camping in the mountains. And nowadays almost everyone has a computer. And nowadays almost everyone has a computer. The tall building is more impressive than the short one. The tall building is more impressive than the short one. Do you have a gluten-free beer option? Do you have a gluten-free beer option? The company was investing heavily in research and development, and it was paying off. The company was investing heavily in research and development, and it was paying off. Caressing. Caressing. Is our brother an inventor? Is our brother an inventor? Let me introduce you to some of my colleagues. Let me introduce you to some of my colleagues. I miss you. I miss you. Time interval. Time interval. Don't they force? Don't they force? Your grandfather was a football player. Your grandfather was a football player. Couldn't you have been a carpenter 2 months ago? Couldn't you have been a carpenter 2 months ago? I'll catch you at dawn. I'll catch you at dawn. Do you sign? Do you sign? I would pour. I would pour. You and I should talk about what's going to happen. You and I should talk about what's going to happen. I'll have veggie fries, please. I'll have veggie fries, please. Do you have environmentally friendly products? Do you have environmentally friendly products? When I woke up, the sun had already risen. When I woke up, the sun had already risen. They have to wear a helmet when riding a bike. They have to wear a helmet when riding a bike. Can I sample this hummus? Can I sample this hummus? Can't we be a weekly clerk? Can't we be a weekly clerk? What kind of computer games do you like? What kind of computer games do you like? I am absolutely sure. I am absolutely sure. Fill it. Fill it. How many chairs do you need? How many chairs do you need? Child lost in supermarket was found by security. Child lost in supermarket was found by security. The book I'm reading is really interesting. The book I'm reading is really interesting. Was your son a journalist? Was your son a journalist? Does not have enough information to solve the problem. Does not have enough information to solve the problem. The house is big. The house is big. Can I be a lieutenant this afternoon? Can I be a lieutenant this afternoon? Technology excellence. Technology excellence. Can you bring it right now? Can you bring it right now? From where? From where? Your half-brother is a neurologist. Your half-brother is a neurologist. Avoiding alcohol improves physical and mental health. Avoiding alcohol improves physical and mental health. Advertiser in 2 hours? Advertiser in 2 hours? It didn't meet my expectations. It didn't meet my expectations. They play football on Saturdays. They play football on Saturdays. He ran the marathon last year. He ran the marathon last year. The dishes prepared by the chef were very appreciated. The dishes prepared by the chef were very appreciated. Should I dive right now? Should I dive right now? It is a crowded street. It is a crowded street. Cannot measure. Cannot measure. When is your birthday? When is your birthday? Can you suggest a strategy for this game? Can you suggest a strategy for this game? Am I going to school? Am I going to school? How old is your grandfather? How old is your grandfather? What kind of toys do you have? What kind of toys do you have? I talked to my teacher about my grades. I talked to my teacher about my grades. I've never seen this car before. I've never seen this car before. Everyone should have the right to vote. Everyone should have the right to vote. I need to find a new job as soon as possible. I need to find a new job as soon as possible. I usually have breakfast at home. I usually have breakfast at home. Starve to death. Starve to death. I have a choice. I have a choice. Towards the end of the meeting, we were able to reach a conclusion. Towards the end of the meeting, we were able to reach a conclusion. The smell of freshly mown grass filled the air. The smell of freshly mown grass filled the air. He is a great athlete but also loves reading. He is a great athlete but also loves reading. I am a teacher and I want to help my students learn. I am a teacher and I want to help my students learn. They watch TV after dinner. They watch TV after dinner. Did you like the food at this party? Did you like the food at this party? He cooked dinner. He cooked dinner. I read an interesting article about climate change. I read an interesting article about climate change. Should we serve weekly? Should we serve weekly? I wish I was rich. I wish I was rich. Are there cousins chefs? Are there cousins chefs? Didn't I give a job? Didn't I give a job? Industrialist did? Industrialist did? Were his grandchildren butchers? Were his grandchildren butchers? Were his siblings photographers? Were his siblings photographers? Is your family still together? Is your family still together? Who will attend the meeting? Who will attend the meeting? He will take care of it. He will take care of it. Where are you working today? Where are you working today? Can't it be helpful? Can't it be helpful? They wouldn't last. They wouldn't last. He painted a landscape. He painted a landscape. Her husband is a lawyer. Her husband is a lawyer. We can stop later. We can stop later. I'm trying to be fair. I'm trying to be fair. They used to go shopping every Saturday. They used to go shopping every Saturday. How much does a gallon of gas cost? How much does a gallon of gas cost? Loyalty. Loyalty. I can't believe it's real. I can't believe it's real. They have to wear uniforms to school. They have to wear uniforms to school. Children played in the park. Children played in the park. Hasn't he finished his homework yet? Hasn't he finished his homework yet? His stepdaughter was a bounty hunter. His stepdaughter was a bounty hunter. He popped his nose out of joint. He popped his nose out of joint. Design. Design. Stepson pathologist. Stepson pathologist. Let's go over the rules before we get started. Let's go over the rules before we get started. I eat a lot of apples. I eat a lot of apples. He is an American citizen. He is an American citizen. It's my pleasure to help. It's my pleasure to help. I love. I love. You take note. You take note. If he takes a taxi, he will arrive on time. If he takes a taxi, he will arrive on time. Will you come to the concert with us? Will you come to the concert with us? Shouldn't make a noise at noon. Shouldn't make a noise at noon. I don't want to like machines. I don't want to like machines. She has been doing yoga for years. She has been doing yoga for years. Was her brother a virologist? Was her brother a virologist? They are students. They are students. You are always welcome. You are always welcome. The Great Wall of China is the longest wall in the world. The Great Wall of China is the longest wall in the world. They do not like spicy food. They do not like spicy food. We were watching the sunset on the beach. We were watching the sunset on the beach. Painting work. Painting work. I thought so, too. I thought so, too. Infrastructure. Infrastructure. He was able to find his lost keys. He was able to find his lost keys. No, never give up, Neil. No, never give up, Neil. I don't want to lose my low prices for magazines. I don't want to lose my low prices for magazines. Are our cousins receptionists? Are our cousins receptionists? Did you see the last episode? Did you see the last episode? Won't you prove it every year? Won't you prove it every year? There was a park on the left. There was a park on the left. Let's keep score to see who will win. Let's keep score to see who will win. Do we have to suggest? Do we have to suggest? Their spouses were psychologists. Their spouses were psychologists. Sorted by priority. Sorted by priority. We can't laugh after 1 month. We can't laugh after 1 month. Even though I didn't talk to his family, I came with him. Even though I didn't talk to his family, I came with him. The flowers in the garden bloom beautifully. The flowers in the garden bloom beautifully. Equal. Equal. I'll be home at 6 p.m. I'll be home at 6 p.m. We never sit. We never sit. He didn't pay attention to the road, so he had a traffic accident. He didn't pay attention to the road, so he had a traffic accident. Can never learn. Can never learn. I know this. I directed him to you. I know this. I directed him to you. Our grandchildren are foremen. Our grandchildren are foremen. Let's open the floor for discussion. Let's open the floor for discussion. Was her brother a florist? Was her brother a florist? What kind of music do you like? What kind of music do you like? I can't believe you did this. I can't believe you did this. How fun. How fun. Tony will attend this meeting a little bit. Tony will attend this meeting a little bit. Aforementioned. Aforementioned. He could fix the broken bike on his own. He could fix the broken bike on his own. We need to repair the car and fill the gas tank at the same time. We need to repair the car and fill the gas tank at the same time. We should have bought the tickets in advance. We should have bought the tickets in advance. Responsible. Responsible. Am I going to school? Am I going to school? Isn't he a bartender at Sunset? Isn't he a bartender at Sunset? We were looking for a solution to the problem. We were looking for a solution to the problem. Do you want coffee? Do you want coffee? I will watch TV. I will watch TV. The newspaper article explores the rise of online shopping. The newspaper article explores the rise of online shopping. They celebrated their anniversary yesterday. They celebrated their anniversary yesterday. There. I'm in the room with the piano. I'm in the room with the piano. He talks a lot and doesn't listen. He talks a lot and doesn't listen. Couldn't try soon. Couldn't try soon. Could this be the development we've been waiting for? Could this be the development we've been waiting for? You have to study for the upcoming exam. You have to study for the upcoming exam. I'm meeting with my boss next week to discuss my raise. I'm meeting with my boss next week to discuss my raise. They like to try new cuisines. They like to try new cuisines. I know that. I know that. What a great idea. What a great idea. You should choose. You should choose. I'm interviewing you. I'm interviewing you. He wrote a letter to his pen pal. He wrote a letter to his pen pal. Was your uncle a manager? Was your uncle a manager? Wouldn't he be a poet after one night? Wouldn't he be a poet after one night? I'll buy you something on the way home. I'll buy you something on the way home. He works hard. He works hard. We went swimming in the lake. We went swimming in the lake. What kind of currency do you carry? What kind of currency do you carry? Let's share contact information. Let's share contact information. Our son is an architect. Our son is an architect. Informative. Informative. Seems like. Seems like. Your mother-in-law is a travel agency. Your mother-in-law is a travel agency. You're going to be a weekly athlete. You're going to be a weekly athlete. My brother speaks fluent Spanish. My brother speaks fluent Spanish. The email was accidentally deleted. The email was accidentally deleted. Is your son a laundress? Is your son a laundress? Will they give orders a day later? Will they give orders a day later? Does he have? Does he have? The bottom of the bottle was dirty. The bottom of the bottle was dirty. What's in that look? What's in that look? Backward compatibility. Backward compatibility. We have to design it after 5 days. We have to design it after 5 days. I still have the car and I'm going to the shop. I still have the car and I'm going to the shop. He had read the book before seeing the movie adaptation. He had read the book before seeing the movie adaptation. Won't it solve? Won't it solve? Can you make my pasta with extra garlic? Can you make my pasta with extra garlic? He is a talented musician and plays several instruments. He is a talented musician and plays several instruments. I'm getting a lot of data from the address service. I'm getting a lot of data from the address service. She gave her dress to dry cleaning at the dry cleaners. She gave her dress to dry cleaning at the dry cleaners. Trustworthy. Trustworthy. I think English is a very important language. I think English is a very important language. Your son is a designer. Your son is a designer. Fellow financier. Fellow financier. I shouldn't feed at sunset. I shouldn't feed at sunset. Do they start after 4 seconds? Do they start after 4 seconds? A few days ago. A few days ago. Tinned. Tinned. He will run the marathon. He will run the marathon. You will be in control of your life. You will be in control of your life. When would you like your appointment to be? When would you like your appointment to be? Your grandson was. Your grandson was. I will retire an hour ago. I will retire an hour ago. I have a concern. I have a concern. Can you help me with these bags? Can you help me with these bags? He's going very fast on this road. He's going very fast on this road. They're not coming to the party, and neither are we. They're not coming to the party, and neither are we. Won't find it at sunset. Won't find it at sunset. He called his mother. He called his mother. Did we have homework? Did we have homework? Must be pushed frequently. Must be pushed frequently. I drive to work at 8 a.m. I drive to work at 8 a.m. Where can I find salad dressings? Where can I find salad dressings? Your stepmother was a businessman. Your stepmother was a businessman. Don't mention this. Don't mention this. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. I have been studying for 10 hours. I have been studying for 10 hours. I wish I could trust myself more. I wish I could trust myself more. I was scared. I was scared. Can't I be a doctor at sunrise? Can't I be a doctor at sunrise? They should turn off the lights when they leave the room. They should turn off the lights when they leave the room. The next part of this journey went much faster. The next part of this journey went much faster. Isn't he usually a greengrocer? Isn't he usually a greengrocer? I don't do pottery at noon. I don't do pottery at noon. See you in the park after school. See you in the park after school. Your grandparents were welders. Your grandparents were welders. I'm anxious, so I need to take deep breaths. I'm anxious, so I need to take deep breaths. Let me. Does it connect every month? Does it connect every month? Get bored. We used to play football every weekend. We used to play football every weekend. Where can I find household cleaning supplies? Where can I find household cleaning supplies? I will not defend. Arrived in time for breakfast. Arrived in time for breakfast. We can't leave until the storm passes. We can't leave until the storm passes. They will practice their dance routine all day. They will practice their dance routine all day. Then it could not be a midwife. Then it could not be a midwife. Breach. The restaurant was closed when we arrived. The restaurant was closed when we arrived. The print format is incorrect. The print format is incorrect. Rudeness. Our stepson is a swimmer. Our stepson is a swimmer. I am working as an executive engineer at ABCDE Company. I am working as an executive engineer at ABCDE Company. Should you be an athlete every day? Should you be an athlete every day? She wishes to have more artistic talent. She wishes to have more artistic talent. What a funny joke. What a funny joke. Discipline is important in every aspect of life. Discipline is important in every aspect of life. His half-sisters are cashiers. His half-sisters are cashiers. Shouldn't we always be caregivers? Shouldn't we always be caregivers? Is her stepbrother a ranger? Is her stepbrother a ranger? Couldn't he be a psychiatrist last year? Couldn't he be a psychiatrist last year? Doesn't it carry after one day? Doesn't it carry after one day? Do you want to play football? Do you want to play football?